Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at XRP. I don't really cover this coin a lot on the channel in terms of TA, but with the upcoming lawsuit potentially coming to an end, we do have to cover this from a technical analysis perspective, and we also did get a request down below in the comment section under one of my previous videos. So thank you for recommending this. Now let's jump straight into the charts. Now, taking a look at the daily chart, as you can see, we are building a very nice local uptrend. So we bottomed out here in June 2022. We retested that bottom kind of in January 2023, and since then we have really been only printing higher lows and higher highs. And right now, recently, we sort of printed a double top pattern. As you can see over here, you ran into the same horizontal resistance level 2 times and you're pulling back down. So what you don't want to be doing is you do not want to be losing this May low, because if you end up doing that, you're going to have to carry out this technical target. Because if we do that and we place the target from the neckline, let me just get this straight on point. So that's the neckline over there, and we take it all the way down, we drag it down here from that point, from the neckline. If we break the neckline, obviously, if we lose that level, you're going to be looking at 32 cents roughly. And just to be, just be more conservative, we can take a look at 34 cents here, or 34.1, which is the bottom part of this support block that we're looking at. And this support block is based off of this little wick that we had back in February 2021. And a couple of wicks that we had here, if I drag this up, a couple of wicks that we had here in March 2021. So between 42 cents down to 34 cents, this was a very good accumulation area. And right now we broke above that. We retested that area as support perfectly in May. So we do not want to be losing that support in May. In fact, we want to be breaking above our local high. So the current local high that we have, we want to be breaking above that. So we can set up a Fibonacci retracement here from that local low in May up to the swing, or local low to the local high. You can see you retrace there for a second time. You came all the way down here to the 0.382. And if you end up breaking above this high, you're going to be targeting the 1.618, which is going to be 63.5 cents. And after the lawsuit news come in, we might see a massive rally across the market, because this is going to be a huge win for the crypto industry. But I don't think they're going to let Ripple take, 100% of the W, so to speak. They're going to give them some sort of a slap on the wrists. Maybe they are going to have to pay some sort of a fee. So we have to be moderate with our predictions. But let's say we even get to $1. If that happens, after the news break out, I would say you're going to have to take profits even before you get to $1, starting 90, 80 cents. That is if we get there, because if you have that strong of a move to the upside, there's a pretty good chance that a lot of people are going to start taking profits. So you don't want to, have that move to the upside and then ride it all the way down, unless you're holding for the long term. If you're buying this and entering as a speculative entry based off of news, you can absolutely take some profits starting at, 70, 60 cents. And then if we get to 80, 90 cents, you can do that as well, because we do know XRP can get very bullish. For example, here, from March 2021 all the way into May, we had a massive move, and we retested $2. And after winning the lawsuit, hopefully Ripple can take the W here. If that happens, we can absolutely, expect this to be our bottom, the June low to be our bottom, because XRP hasn't really been correcting alongside the other altcoins. So if we win this lawsuit, we have a massive move to the upside. Hopefully we can secure this block as support after that. So if we claim this area as support and we keep holding it and we keep consolidating within it, I think we are definitely past the the bottom here, and we're not going to be, printing a new bottom, so to speak. Anything can happen, obviously, in the markets, but from a technical standpoint, if you start breaking major resistance levels, the chances of us coming back down here are getting slimmer by the day. So 58.5 cents down to 51.5 cents. That is your massive support block that you want to be breaking above. You can see that we retested that multiple times in 2022. So we had one bounce in September, one bounce in October, one bounce in November. All of that sent us back down, and then we retested it once again here in March, in April, in May, in June, and we're getting sent back down. So if we manage to break above this, guys, and we manage to hold it as support, like I said, that's going to be a very, very good thing, because this was our support back in 2021, as you can see. Every time you entered that block, you had to move to the upside. Now, let's take a look at the daily RSI and see what we have over here. Okay, so is that a trend line? That is a trend line. Let's remove that, and let's remove that. I think that is from the, that's from the weekly chart, but we don't really need to look at that right now. So on the daily chart, you can see that we entered the overbought at the end of May. So if you were looking to swing trade, you could have taken some profits here, just like you could have done the exact same thing at the end of March, just like you could have done the exact same thing closer to the end of January and the end of September. So that is, of course, if you like swing trading. But if you want to stay on the safe side, like I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to avoid any swing trades because I don't want to sell before we have a massive move to the upside. In full disclosure, I don't own any XRP. I don't have any XRP tokens. I'm simply doing this TA just to see where we could potentially get. Now, it is looking like we're creating some sort of an uptrend here, some sort of a ascending support trend line. So on the RSI, once you bounce off of this next time, you could expect a move to the upside from there. So that could be a nice entry. For example, you have a bit of a move to the upside, you come back down, that's going to be your entry. You have a move to the upside, you come back down, that's going to be your entry. Now, once you break that, that's when you have to wait. You either short the position or open a short position. That is if you're into leverage trading, which I don't recommend you doing at all. But once you break this, we could be expecting a retracement back down to some of these lows. And that's when you can just wait for a bit and have some buy limit orders set up in advance. Now, once again, we don't know how bullish we can get after the lawsuit announcement, because you can't really predict, what sort of a pump we're going to be getting. All technical analysis technically goes out the window once you have bullish news incoming like that. So the most important thing, like I said, we want to be holding this May low. We don't want to be breaking below that, because in that case, we're going to be targeting 34 cents. And XRP has been in this sideways sort of movement since May 2022. So now finally, we're getting to the end of this lawsuit, and hopefully you guys can ride the wave to the upside into the bull market. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Now, taking a look at the weekly chart, we do have a descending resistance trend line here that we've been retesting multiple times, and I can't stress this enough. Once we break above this, we do want to see the volume indicator confirming the breakout, because we want to see some volume come in. And I'm pretty sure after Ripple is announced as the sort of, if it's announced that Ripple has won the lawsuit case, then I do think there's going to be a lot of volume coming in over here, and that will confirm the breakout. So with the confirmation of the breakout, we want to either see a back test of support, or once you fly up there, you want to start holding some sort of a support level above, right? You either retest the previous horizontal resistance that we had as support, or you come back down and retest the purple support trend line, because you have to do either one of those. If you just have this massive move to the upside, you can dump as easily. So based off of this Fibonacci retracement, as you can see, we have our swing high in April 2021 and the swing low in April 2020. We retraced all the way back down to the golden ratio. We consolidated here for a bit. We're getting a bit tight in between the support and the resistance here. So a breakout is going to be coming hopefully. And the immediate resistance is 63.5 cents. And then we have 90 cents over here, or 89 cents. So these are going to be two major targets for you to look at once we have the news coming out, and you can take some profits here, you can take some profits here, but there's no telling as to where we're going to end up going in the, in the long term, because you could have a little bit of a pump here, a bit of a retracement, and then another 2x. So just be careful with what happens. I don't think we're going to be retesting, $2 anytime soon, but I would say 90 cents with the hype wave is possible. It is possible. And obviously not a financial advice. If we take a look at the weekly RSI, we're also slowly building up here. And you can see that, let's actually compare the price action and the RSI and see if we have a bullish divergence. So from this low, we've been printing higher lows, which is okay. And we've been doing the same on the price action. So really no divergences from what I can see. The only thing would be the bearish divergence here with the swing high, but we already saw a pullback from there, so I think that played out. And currently we also have a bit of a bearish divergence with the current local highs, so you can see that these two have an ascending resistance trend line keeping them down. But on the other hand, we do have a bit of a divergence here. If you take a look at the two local highs that we have here, we're getting a ascending resistance trend line. On the RSI, it's a descending resistance trend line. So this is a bit of a bearish divergence. We might see a pullback from there. If we get a bullish cross on the weekly chart, that's also a massive indicator. But like bullish news, like winning a lawsuit against the SEC, is definitely going to invalidate any sort of bearish divergences that we might have at the moment. So also keep that in mind. Now, in the absolute, worst case scenario, I do think we're potentially going to come back down to the bottom here of the supposed ascending triangle that we have here. So retesting the golden ratio at 36 cents, coming back down to the support trend line here would be within the realms of possibility if, for whatever reason, we have the SEC, going over a ripple. But that is pretty much everything that I have for this video. Long term, if we're going to be looking at where XRP can be going, all we have to do is take the Fibonacci retracement, apply a bit of logic, and take the swing high and the swing low, and we're going to be looking at $2.41, $3, and $4.20. So hopefully retesting the January 2018 high is what we're going to be able to do. A lot of people are saying we're going to get to $30 or something like that, but I really can't say that we're going to be getting to $30. That's illogical based on the market cap. If you don't know how market caps work, I think it's a bit early for you to be getting into XRP. So I would say $4.20, pretty good level for you to take profits during the bull market. If you're waiting for $30, then feel free to hold for another 6 years. But that is all I have. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know what are your thoughts on XRP and the ongoing lawsuit. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.